Hi there, welcome to question 6. This is one of the trickier estimation questions that I've come across. So we're going to use the Christmas tree preliminary material. It says during 2023, tree growers will plant seedlings to replace trees sold at Christmas 2022 and allow for growth in demand. They will plan for trees to have time to grow to a height of 6 feet before cutting them. Estimate the total number of acres of land needed to be newly planted with Nordman firs in 2023 in the UK. Use 1 acre to equal 43,560 square feet. State any assumptions you make. So it's the number of acres that we require. Now then, numbers of trees. We've got a table on the right hand side. And what we can do here, I'm going to assume. So my first assumption is to assume, what am I going to do? Assume an increase of, I just want to run some numbers, 718 or 7.18 divided by 7, no, I'm going to subtract and then divide that by 7.05. Yes, roughly, and assume an increase of 2%. Okay, so now what I need to do is work out what's going to be the demand in 10 years' time from 2022. So 7.6 million times by 1.02, and then one bit here, it says in the prelim material, it takes them 10 years to reach that height. So the ones that we're planting now, we have to know roughly what the demand is going to be in 10 years time. So we're going to multiply by 1.02 to the power of 10, which gives us 9.337. Okay, I'm not going to take that one any further. We'll leave it at that because that's million trees. Okay, next thing is, from the trees that are planted, these trees are 70 to 75%. So I'm going to assume, hold on, I'm going to go back up here. Assume 75% are Nordic, what are they called? Oh no, Nordman fir. Nordman firs. So therefore 9.337 is going to be multiplied by 0.75. 9.337 times by 0.75, and that gives me 7.00275 million. Okay. What's my next step? I'm gonna need to know about the area for each tree. So that in rows of 8 feet apart. So the width of a space will be 8 feet. And then within each row, they should be planted between 4 and 5 feet apart. So I'm going to assume 4 feet apart in their row. So that's 4 feet by 8 feet. Okay, next job. 4 times 8 equals 32 square foot, which is lovely. That's per tree. So now 32 times by 7.00275 million times by 32 is 224.088 million square feet, and then I need to divide it by 43560 in order to get how many acres we need. So that number divided by 43560. Interesting. I'm going to change this calculation. So it's 224,088,000, and that's going to be divided by 43560, just because the numbers were not going into my mind. 43560. Cool, that's better. So that gives me 5,144.35 acres. And we're done. So it's got the proper spacing, we've worked out all the numbers, and that is a big 8 marker. Part B, explain how your answer may have been affected by the assumptions. Well, if I assumed 5 foot for the spacing, this would have increased the space required, and my answer would have been greater. Okay, great, there we go. So that is the 8 marker plus the little 1 marker added on. Hopefully that makes sense. And good luck for your exams. I'll see you at question 7.